Hey, good evening. It's Wednesday, January 10th, and welcome back to Everyday Talk 24/7. Really enjoyed the time with Kirk the last couple of days, and we continue talking about this theme of words. I've been talking about that for several days, and I want to take another look at that tonight and the side that hurts us. I'm going to be beginning a series probably tomorrow about friendly fire, how we hurt each other the most with our words and with our actions. And we do actually sometimes more damage to each other than the world does. But that's for tomorrow or soon after that. But tonight I want to look at Proverbs 12:18 about this idea of reckless words. Remember, we've been saying that words come deeply from the heart. And they can wound deeply to the heart. Listen to Proverbs 12:18. Reckless words pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Reckless words pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. These words that we speak in anger or frustration, and we're just can't believe someone could be so wrong, so unthoughtful, especially someone in our own family or that's close to us. And out of the heart comes this overflow. See, we've got to be in this mindset of love, caring for God, honoring Him, thinking about Him. If we're not there, then something else will come out other than honor and love for God. And what comes out of our angry moments are these reckless words. Reckless words, they do three things. The first thing they do is they show that we have a lack of compassion and care. But it's just something we blurt out. So the first thing is that it shows that we have a lack of care. The second thing that it does is that it shows no respect for the person I'm talking to. I'm not thinking carefully about what God would want me to do there. All I'm thinking about is what I want. So the first thing is that they show no care, no compassion. Second thing is we're not caring. We're not respecting that other person. And the third thing, and that's what I want to stress here, is that these reckless words, these words said in anger, even indifference and frustration, they're not coming from a heart of love. They pierce deeply into the heart of the person we're talking to. And it causes great damage. So we're showing a lack of compassion, a lack of care, and then these words pierce deeply. That's what the proverb is telling us right here. Reckless words pierce like a sword. Because we're not thinking about it, because we're not caring, because we're not having compassion, we don't really care what our reckless words do. Until perhaps later when we see the damage that they've done. We've got to be consumed with the love of God if we're going to be able to care and love for those that are close to us. But when these words pierce deeply, there's a wound there. And the heart, again, it's not a matter of the moment. Our hearts are a window into everything that we are. And it's like we're piercing deeply into time. That's why reckless words cannot be recovered from quickly. The alternative, as Solomon says, the tongue of the wise brings healing. So reckless words bring damage. That's the contrast here. Reckless words, the words that are not given with compassion and care, pierce deeply and cause damage. But the tongue of the wise brings healing. And today I'm just talking about the one speaking the words. But what this proverb is telling us, they cut deeply into someone. When we use phrases like pierce through, cut to the heart, that's what's being referred to here. What God is calling you and me to do is to care to the point where we begin to think about healing. So if you've been one who uses reckless words, seek God out. Consider how you can repent of that by saying words that are healing. Not just getting mad at the other person, not just brushing them off or not saying that they deserve it, but committing yourself to a path of wisdom and healing. Because every reckless word that is thrust out like a sword like that, it cuts deeply into a person. And the only thing that's going to heal that is a repentant heart that is focused on healing. Maybe we have some work to do. We may say something in the moment, in a heat of anger, and think that it's, well, I didn't mean it. The problem is that sword thrust has already happened. Brothers and sisters, let's examine our words carefully. Be motivated by first compassion and then care. And turn from this pattern of recklessness to embrace a pattern of healing, a pattern of hope. And I've got plenty of playlists and videos on pleasant words and how precious they are. But the reckless words, they cut deeply, they thrust deeply. Let's become people who are wise, and our speech is not reckless, but speech that brings healing to the hearts of those that we love. Kind of a hard thought tonight, but it's something that we need to deal with, because we're doing way too much damage to each other and not enough healing. And that's what God's calling us to. And that's the beautiful, powerful, special upside, that we don't have to remain in the area of just hurting. We can begin to be a part of the healing process by words that build, words that love, words that care. And that's the thought for this night. And thanks so much for being here. And again, Lord willing, we'll be talking to you tomorrow. You have a great evening. Good night. Thank you for watching. May God richly bless you as you seek to live for His glory.